9. It's 13 minutes past 9 on this Monday, beautiful Monday morning. Good morning, Susan. How are you?
Good morning, Nima. Good morning, HerLens family. I'm doing great. It's a blessed week ahead of us. Thank you for asking.
Oh, yes, a very blessed week. How are you for me? Good morning.
I'm good. Good morning, my queen. How are you, Suzanne? How are
Hope you're good.
Oh,
you?
oh, me. I didn't know you
Yes,
were
please.
there now. Good morning. Good to see your pretty face, baby. Baby. My queen. My queen that used to do meeting in it and a pico pico. Good morning,
I'm
OJ.
thinking
Good morning,
myself in an
everyone in
way.
the studio.
So for that.
Don't wait for people to blow your trumpets. Blow it by yourself. Because the trumpet they might blow might be one tiny toy car, trumpet.
Oh
So
my
blow it.
goodness.
You're the one
But
that
at least they are going to blow a
no.
trumpet.
I blow my trumpet first before anybody else blows
It's
it.
good. Self-confidence. I
Yes.
like it.
Yes.
Okay, so to get into it this morning, the link we sent to you, Susan, did you did you go through it well? The Facebook link about Showboy Mimo's post rather that name. Is
Basically,
Yoruba.
what the first lady had said about that, territory and all of that stuff.
Yeah, even me, if you checked my status a few days back, I was even asking who would fund. I mean, what does it take? King Kojoko, sorry, wheelchair, King Rama, share, but don't tell me. I was asking for who will gladly fund my con. Kineko. I read it. I did, and it's been a wide discourse and all of that, all over the place. My opinion about that is I don't know how much was given to these women. I read the two opinions by both men or women. I don't know who they are. And the first instance when I listened to that interview, I would not lie, I felt bad. I felt bad. We can do better. Because I also have a distant relative who
Oh, Susan, I can hear you.
Nakara. And if any of my siblings,
Susan, I can hear you.
can you hear me?
Hi, Suzanne. We're having difficulty hearing you, but I think I can hear you now.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, so the thing is, I really, really know that any of those businesses can actually train children, secondary, university, put food on people's tables for me. But the greatest challenge of encouraging such, not that I do not support humble beginnings or small beginnings. You see that my relation, when she fell sick, the money she made from that business was not enough. And at the end of the day, we lost her. She was not even here to enjoy any of the children she trained using that trade. We can do better. We don't have to reduce ourselves, you know, to kuli kuli, corn, and what have you. Have we thought of the hazards of that fume from that corn and all of those things? We could empower people and allow them make decisions. Though even what she was saying was a suggestion, but even me, it didn't sit right with me. I also know that, people who are educated and all of that, there was this outburst of, so you mean after people would have gone to school, do they need to go ahead and start roasting corn and what have you? Some of those jobs, I listened to someone on BBC as well. The person said, after his boss, he is not lettered, he is not educated. After his boss did not agree to settle him, he settled to join his wife on that trade. That is not to say that it is a dirty job, but the hazards of some of these businesses at the end of the day is what I am looking at. So if there are better businesses that people could start, and trust me, even starting akara business is not cheap. Is at least to start one small.
We
If
can't
you
hear you,
didn't sit
Susan.
right, I would not lie. We can't hear you, Susan. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes. And I have not even left the same spot. So for me, that submission did not sit well with me. I would not lie. Whether it is kulikuli, whether it is corn with the roasting and the fume and the everything around it, whether it is akara, my dear, it did not sit well with me. Thank you.
Hi, Binabo. Good morning. Hi, Binabo. We cannot hear you. Good morning.
Good morning. The network is not funny. Good morning. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes, we
can. Good morning.
Let me leave and come back. I can hardly hear you. You're sounding very faint.
Okay.
Okay, we'll wait for you to come back, Nima.
Okay. So, Susan, since we are waiting for Ibinabo to come back, what do you think about this
What do you
guy
think
that
about this guy?
Okay, Ibinabo, are you back? Oh, I thought I saw her join. Okay, so Susan, till Ibinabo comes back, what do you think about this guy that
This
you're a day or
guy
woman?
that you
I
are
don't know
a
the
woman,
person's gender, who
the
said
person's
that
gender,
the
who
first
said
lady is
that
trying to
the
empower
first lady
women
is
by
trying to
giving them
empower women by
funds
giving
to
them
start a business,
funds to
and he
start
said
a
he
business. And
graduated
he said he
summa
graduated
cum laude
summa cum
in
laude
industrial
in
engineering,
industrial
and the
engineering,
only job he
and
could
the only
find was
job he could find
wiping,
was wiping,
from people with
from people with
disability. Do
disability.
you actually
Do
think
you actually think what
what the
this
first lady
what the first
said
lady said
was
was
directed to
directed to
graduates and
graduates
people
and
who are
people
seeking
who are
high
seeking
collar
high
job like
collar job like
so even if you should go and
so
fry
even if
akara
you
and
are frying
kuli,
pan
that's an
that's an
alternative.
alternative.
Do you think
So
she
do
was
you think
talking
she was
to
talking to
low
low
income earners
income
like those
earners like
women?
those women?
Because I heard
Because
that
I heard
it
that
was an
it was an
empowerment
empowerment
program.
program.
After the
After
empowerment
the
program, that
empowerment
was when
program,
she
that was when
said
she
they
said
have after
they
all
have
given
after
these
giving
women
women
advices and
advices
yes
and yes
grants. So let them start the kuli kuli and akara
and
business. And I
akara
guess she also
business. And
said
I guess she
corn.
said
It's
come
roasting corn.
to sing
So
come.
what are your views
So
on
what
it?
are your views on it?
Good morning, ladies. Am I supposed to come in and
Yes, good morning.
Yes,
You
yes,
can
yes,
come in,
yes.
please.
okay, good morning. Good morning, Lady Olufumi J. Good morning, Lady Nima. Good morning to all our valued listeners, Lady Susan, and all the ladies in the building, and all our valued listeners. Thank you for having me. Network done they show me shaggy. I don't talk, say I go fight network, and I know go fit separate our fights.
Uh-uh.
Okay, so uh looking at the topic of discussion this morning is very interesting. But let me come like this. You see, for me, yes, probably after a training session, then people were giving grants or something, maybe. But what I'm able to pull out of that, aside from the general mindset and the theories flying here and there, I totally agree, yes. Somebody was about Nigerians sporting opportunities, even before they have sprouted, which I totally agree with. That is what we are known for. Why do you, above and beyond South Africans sending Nigerians out of the shores of their land, above and beyond the claim of criminal activities and all of that, I saw on post. Every sport Nigerians created to do businesses, they have taken such sports over. And which sports are these sports? Where they sell food, cooked food and all of that. Nigerians everywhere they are very resilient people. So any statement that makes them look like they are lazy, they are not creative, would generally agitate them and create too many theories. I will not be palatable to the speaker. Now, let's look at this. Nigerians have built a strong reputation for entrepreneurship, especially in this same level of business that the First Lady mentioned, small and micro business sector. These businesses are driven by creativity, resilience, and most importantly, the ability to identify every daily need. And that is what Nigerians are known for. Anywhere you find a Nigerian, they will look around them and look at the needs of the people in that community, and they begin to supply. That is who we are. That is why everywhere you go to, you will hear about Nigerians, they are doing this, they are doing that. It is because wherever we are, we always try to identify the daily needs of that environment and we supply. And the akara and kuli and so on and so forth that were mentioned, these businesses have been in the, have been available forever. And I'm trying to address different things at the same time. Some people will tell you, you are saying that the economy is bad and people are suffering. They'll go and, am I going to say exhume, or wherever they kept this newspaper headlines of maybe 1970, how people were complaining about the economy, how the economy had been biting and everything, that poor economy no start today. Nobody said it started today. But what is going on at every point in time should be mentioned. You see, our leaders, for me, what the First Lady said, what I'm able to deduce from it is that our leaders are far from the people. If they are not far from the people, they would have known that businesses that were mentioned, they are already there all over the place. Even if you go to highbrow areas, in the morning, by the roadside, you will find people frying akara. You will find people doing selling moi moi. You will find people selling all manner of small food here and there. If there is a little traffic and the flow of that traffic has been slowed down, before you say jack, you will see boys and ladies coming out from God knows where, selling soft drinks, cold water in sachet or in bottle. So Nigerians are always springing up from every corner to sell to engage in these micro businesses. So that people should now engage in them. It's not a new thing. It's not something that she has advised us. It is something we have been practicing forever. Are you talking about? She's talking about akara and co. Have you seen women going from house to house doing cleaning service? They will come to your house, knock your gate. Ma'am, I can clean. I can clean your house. I can wash your clothes. I can do this and that. All they need is for you to provide water and soap, and they will sit somewhere in the corner of your compound and wash your clothes. So that wasn't even mentioned. I'm just trying to tell us how resilient Nigerians are. Have you talked about crafts and handmade products? Talking about bead making. We're talking about soap making. You go to every corner, you see local liquid soap everywhere. People are making these things to sell so that they can add the little profit to take care of their daily needs. Gone into services. I'm talking about graphic designers. I'm talking about content creation. You go to social media today, you see some people who never even went to school, and they are content creators, and they are even their pages are monetized. Are you talking about ghost writing or freelance writing? Nigerians are resilient. If Nigerians were not into all of this, I don't know, the country will have imploded. So when we want to address Nigerians, we have to address Nigeria from a point of understanding these people. So when you want to talk to them, you talk to them from a place of, okay, I understand. And this is how we have been helping. Don't tell me what I know. Tell me how you can help me do better what I am doing. You go to marketplaces. You go to some markets, not even some markets, almost every market. Are you talking about local council officials raiding these people? Because when we say that akara making and kiniko, kuli and all of that, they cannot afford to pay for a shop. So definitely they are going to be hawking. And it is against the law to hawk by the roadside. Are we telling them to go and break the law? It is, and if you now find a corner in the marketplace to sell, all these local council officials, they will come and raid. And you have to pay a fine for them to return your wares to you. Have you talked about the multiple taxation, Iyaloja and Babalojas, and their levies? So it's not as if Nigerians will just sit somewhere and fold their arms and cry about the economy. No, that would be unfair to Nigerians when any leader forms such an opinion of Nigerians. Nigerians are the most resilient human beings on earth. I can say that. Because everywhere they go, I remember when I was in the UK, Nigerians would, of course, you are running multiple jobs, and then they will still share with their circle of friends that, see, oh, I can make some soup. Just place your order. They still make soup. They make different things. There's a lady that told me that she makes ewagoy pepper and sells to her friends who don't know how to make it. That is how resilient we are, even in developed countries, let alone in our own country that the economy is choking. So these businesses listed are all over the place. Nigerians, we have built a strong reputation for entrepreneurship in these small and micro businesses. So when we want to talk about Nigerians and what they are doing, let the government come in to help with, provision of, if you don't want people to hawk because it is against the law. If they catch you, you go pay. I see people, different people, sometimes if you go to Osho, all this main market, Oshodi, Mushi, you see this high and their vehicles. They arrest people and they seize their wares because they have positioned themselves in places where they shouldn't. And why this? Because they don't have money to pay for shops. Sometimes you go to the market, I've witnessed this several times, go to the market, maybe the one woman is selling okra in one corner. All these local market council officials will just come, carry the tray of okra. You have not paid so and so. And the woman will be begging, I just came, I have not sold anything. When I sell, please come back in 1 hour. Please come back in 2. Nigerians are resilient. Everywhere you go. There are Nigerians, I used to know a woman, she will wake up by 4 a.m. and go to mile 12 market. She will buy vegetables directly from those who are bringing these vegetables from the farm, and she will sell to retailers on the spot. By 7:30, she's back home. And if you are the type who wake up very late, like you late in the sense that you wake up around 8 or 9, you would think she didn't have a job. She had gone and she's back. That is how much we do to at least help ourselves. So even talking about makeup artists. Now everywhere you go to, everybody is a makeup artist. If you are attending a party and you are like me, you don't have to tie your gele, and maybe your gele person who ties your gele is not available, just carry your gele and go to that party. Somewhere within the premises of that party, somebody will come to you and tie your gele for you, and you give them stipend. That is how resilient we are. We are very creative. We are very resilient. I want to appeal to our leaders. Please surround yourselves with people who will paint the right picture for you. Don't surround yourselves with sycophants. Sycophants who wouldn't tell you, who wouldn't give you the true picture of what is going on. Because as a first lady, it is a while she's been in the midst of the people. She is in the office, so she doesn't know what exactly is going on with the people. So it is the ones that she surrounds herself with that will tell her, ma'am, they are disturbing people selling this small, all these micro business people, they are disturbing them in the marketplaces. Can we do something about it? Can we talk to the local council officials? Can we talk to these people? Can Kai slow down on the arrest of these people? Can they, that kind of thing? These are the areas you can come in. People are doing this thing already. They just need help. They need control. You go out of your house in the morning. You pay maybe from Moe to Beja, maybe you paid 500 naira. When you're coming back in the evening, because of the activities of Agbero, sometimes they will tell you 1,000 naira Moe straight. Sometimes you will hear 700 naira. So you can't even plan your day. Your budget will not be able to meet up with the inconsistencies that we experience here and there. So we can go on and on.
So can give Susan time to speak.
Please, thank you.
All right, Susan, over to you. This is still Women Radio 91.7 FM, the voice of women, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. The time is 25 minutes to 10, and this is HerLens. And we've been discussing, what the First Lady had said about us frying akara and all of that. And I really, really love what Ibn Abbas said. She said, look, we're very, very resilient people, but at the same time, don't now use it as hold it over our heads, so to speak. But yeah, Susan, over to you.
Okay, so I just wanted to just chip in a bit because I had spoken earlier. And like Ibn Abbas rightly pointed out, an issue that needs to be addressed is all the people who collect money from these people who come out to sell daily. Those people who come out, how do we manage? That is what the government should do to reduce the burden from those people's shoulders. Every day, everywhere, it's happening. How do you empower these people to get soft loan? The government does not need to give them money. They can get soft loan and run their businesses. How are they able to?
That money that you said, very annoying. When you go to, especially when I go to K2 or what's the name of this place at Mushin?
Okay.
To buy plantain. If you start paying, obviously the traders have made a profit, right? They'll still say I should pay Owele. Mm-hmm. Then they calculate by the number of bunches. And I'm like, what do you mean? Then the traders are like, if you don't pay these Agberos the money, they won't let them sell the next day because they'll say their customers are claiming right. Okay, Susan, I'm so sorry. You can continue.
Absolutely. No, but I mean, what you are sharing is a fact. Do you know what that does to the business? That is why you see, if you see one ball of akara that they are selling now, it's as tiny as what? Because they are calculating oil, calculating this, calculating the money they remit. Even Computer Village and all of, not only even here in Abuja where I live, they go about collecting different money. So how do you want small scale businesses to thrive? Forget about whether it is kuli corn or whatever. We can do any business we so choose. It is not in your place to choose for me because you don't know what I'll be able to manage effectively. But have you created an enabling environment that makes it easy for everyone to be able to run their businesses effectively, whether government gives them money or not? Because I mean, the money is not a constant thing. So you need to create a sustainable business strategy for them, not just giving them one-off money. Some people, among the people who collected that money, will never start any business. They will use it and buy a show and do party. because they know that the money they collected will not even start any business. So I think that the most important thing, whether you're speaking to graduates or to those who are not lettered or whoever, what is the enabling environment for average businesses by the roadside within my store to get money from them? And so, how do you expect these people to thrive even after the expensive shops they pick? We can go on and on and on, but then these are the important things that need to. We don't just jump to solutions without addressing the root causes. What are the challenges? The people who have started this business did not wait for government to give them money. They started it anyway because they knew that they could manage it by themselves. So please let the government look at strategies to help these businesses thrive. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Susan, for your submission. My beautiful queen. You've been feeling yourself since morning. When we were conversing this morning, you were like, "Agbekale ọ̀rọ̀." Let me use your direct words. The way she said it is okay. We have a caller. Good morning, Mrs. Oboli. Okay, so the
Where
call
is that
is
call?
gone. Oh,
She's calling back.
good morning. Oh, gone again.
Oh, that's net.
This
Yeah,
network.
so sorry, Mrs. Oboli, but as soon as we pick up the call, the line keeps cutting. The numbers to call 07000 0800 Please do call us back. We'd actually like to hear your thoughts on this. Your question for me.
Okay, till she calls. You mentioned Agbekale Oro
I did.
this morning. Me and my Yoruba, by the way.
Yeah.
So, what exactly? Oh, she's calling. Now.
Okay.
Good morning, Mrs. Oboli. Anyway, the line keeps cutting.
The line keeps we are having the rains have done something very, very interesting, and it's yeah, very something very, very interesting. This morning I was looking at, not just even this morning, some few minutes ago I was looking at some videos from what is going on the Lekki Expressway.
Yes.
It is crazy
Very.
out there. Okay, my question.
Okay, so what exactly about what she said triggered you? What is your view on it?
I won't even say triggered me. Funny enough, I used to always say triggered before, but well, she didn't trigger me. I think it
Okay.
was the lack of empathy, and I say this all
Okay.
the time from our government officials, the lack of empathy, the lack
Okay.
of situation awareness. I don't, some weeks ago we talked about Bayonuga, and he is
Yes,
very,
yes.
very, he's
Nigerians
good
are not
that
hungry.
we're not hungry, right? And I was like, you have to be, are you okay? Basically, right? And that's what it is for me. Like Ibn Abba rightly said, our mothers.
Okay.
We have a call.
Someone is calling.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mrs. Oboli.
The line isn't clear. Yeah, this is network. We can't hear you at all because the line isn't clear. Maybe move to another location or something, but we can't hear you at all. Mrs. Aboli, try calling us, or maybe send us a voice note on our WhatsApp lines, because the network it's even been throwing it threw Ibn Abo out in and out for a bit this morning. 07031756537 or 08155917917. If you send the voice notes, we can play it, but none of the lines are clear. But the lines were clear this morning, so I think it's maybe now a network issue, not even a technical one. I was saying the lack of empathy, the way they just say things just because I have a mouth and I can say it, right? And somebody had said, I don't really blame them. Maybe they're not hungry. I don't really blame them. Maybe they're not feeling the pulse of Nigerians, and that's where the issue is. You cannot be ruling a country and not be feeling the pulse of Nigerians.
Sure.
You cannot be ruling a people and not know how much a
Yes.
gallon of milk is, or
Yes.
how much a plate of gari is.
Or a crate of egg.
If you don't know, the people around you don't know and haven't told you, then there's a huge disconnect there.
Yes.
And when you speak from a place of disconnect, it shows.
Yes.
Because people get upset. I'm like, what are you talking about? Again, nobody is saying that. Nobody's talking down on dignity, on labor, because dignity in labor, like I said this morning,
Yes.
you can be a trader, you can be a plumber, you can be a plantain seller, whatever it is that you're doing, as long as it's legit, honest work, there is dignity in it. I'm a plantain sellers that have houses. Somebody was telling me this morning how akara sellers make 5K per day profits. But let me calculate it for a month. That's good money.
Yes.
Right? That's really, really good money. It's hard work, but it's good money you get at the end of the day. However, when you present that as an option, it comes off as you're looking down on that profession.
Yes.
And people have even said, oh, why didn't you tell your children to go and do it? Why didn't you tell your ministers to do it? And Sunday Diary had come out to say, my mother was a trader, but we didn't know your mother was a trader since. It just felt so fitting, of so convenient for you to just say, oh, my mom was a trader and she sent me to school, because, well, you have to back the people that are paying you, because the piper, I say it's the piper that determines the tune, or how that saying goes. That's what I think is with when government officials, whether first ladies or whoever, comes out to say something, it just reeks of lack of empathy. It reeks of condescension. It reeks of you being out of touch
Yes.
with what is actually going on with Nigerians. And then you make it sound like, oh, just fry akara. But some people don't even have capital to be able to fry this akara,
Well,
because it's, how much is the gallon of ororo?
25 liters. The
Yeah.
last time I checked, it was 69,000.
Do you understand? And do you know how much she needs to buy ororo to be able to do
The
that?
kilo of beans is about 75,000 naira now.
Okay, right? And then the artist saw pot stomalo.
Because I bought them
Do you
recently.
understand? So, like, when you say these things, you say it as pay is you can just get. There's no easy money anymore.
Yes,
If you
there
want to start a
isn't.
small business, it's not easy money. Oh, man, need good 1 million naira to be able to set up a business for yourself. So when they say these things, it just like what they yeah, that's it.
You said about dignity in labor. I'm never ashamed. Dignity in labor. I am never ashamed of it. I tell people I sell different things, different foodstuffs. If you feel I should be ashamed, it's your business.
Yeah.
But the gist is, if she had said to me, or like you said this morning, someone had said, "Oh, Nima sell pepper," it would be like, "What do you mean, Nima sell pepper?" Like, nínú gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ lè rò, àtàlẹ́gbẹ́ fún mi.
Yeah.
But without anybody telling me to, I do sell pepper because it is labor. I'm going to gain profits from it. It is profitable. So, like you said, I'll pick your word again. That agbekale oro. You need to talk like I was telling my brother yesterday that we should learn not to talk from our places of privilege.
Hey, that's a good word.
There's even in my house where my brothers say some things or my sisters, I say you people are talking from your places of privilege. Like you are among the few people who can actually say, I don't need to do this.
Yeah.
Like when you're talking about hunger, yes. My sister was like, Sister Nima, why are you shouting on the radio that hunger, hunger, hunger? And I'm like, Taufiko, please be to God, we are not hungry.
Yes.
We are not.
Yes.
We are amongst the few who are not. So when I'm saying, I can't exactly say I know what it feels. Because if I'm hungry, mo fe big para mi ni. Not like there's nothing to eat. Understand people.
The outrage.
The outrage outside there. So when I see things like this, I'm like, oh, my thoughts with you, not like yeah. You people should keep it down.
Yeah.
So
yeah. As we round off, Susan, I would like you to give your final word on this. I mean, to be honest, I know we've talked about this from the left, from the right, from the center, from everywhere. What's your encouragement for Nigerians? Because Nigerians need to be encouraged. And like I always say, please protect your heart when you hear these kind of things, because it can be really, really heavy. But yes, over to you.
I absolutely agree with you, Fumi. For every Nigerian listening to us this morning on Women Radio, keep pushing. We are known as resilient people. But if you think that the government or our leaders, as it were, would understand your plight, it might take a very long time. Just do you. The statements we hear from those who are advisors, those who work with government officials, reeks of lack of emotional intelligence. There's a time for every conversation. There's a place, you could even end it. You did not need to mention any. You could end it with saying, oh, people could go in for small scale business. Yes, even if it's a grant, you could give someone a grant that would not be enough to do anything. We just analyze the price of, the things you mentioned. And trust me, it doesn't come cheap. In those years when our aunties, uncles even decided to go into that, it was because it was the cheaper option for them. That was why they went into it. But the Nigeria that we live in today, going into those kind of businesses, there are so many things you need to put into consideration. The space, the money you pay, the things you will buy, are the prices. Do you want to tell me the prices are the same 5, 10 years back, 15, 20 years back, when some of these businesses were established? The answer is no. So Nigerians, please, trust the process. Do what you can. This is Mental Health Month as we're rounding off June. For men who are struggling night and day, trying to fix something for your family, even if you're not married, you also have your parents, your siblings that you are looking out for. For the women who are mostly, the burden bearers, running helter skelter, trying to make ends meet. You see some of them hawking even pure water in our express roads. Every time I'm in a car, I'm passing, I'm always holding my heart because I'm wondering, what if these people delay for a minute and a car just crushes them on the streets? What will they say? That they came out to look for daily bread? Just keep praying, just keep believing, and trust your own process. Forget about whatever the leadership is saying. Let that not deter you. It is your own life to live. And if you survive, trust me, it is for you and your family, not for the government. Because at the end of the day, they will barely notice you, whether you are here or you are not. But hey, keep on keeping and keep hope alive. Thank you so much.
Okay, you have a voice note to play this morning from Mrs. Oboli. We're gonna play it right now. Give me a second. Since the network wasn't able to, it didn't allow us have peace and joy. Basically,
hi, ladies. Good morning. Fumi, good morning. Nima, good morning. Lady Binabo and Lady Susan, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Quickly before we round, I just want to say something. You see, when Nima asked for me if she was triggered by that statement, I was triggered. I was triggered not because what the First Lady said is quite wrong, but I was triggered simply because, like Ibinabo cited, she's far from reality. Susan and Ibinabo, if that advice is coming from the four ladies in the studio today talking or conversing on this issue, I don't think Nigerians will take it the way we are all taking it. But because when our rulers, I won't call them leaders, I keep saying it is rulers, because if you're leading me, I wouldn't fall into a ditch. When our rulers are giving advice, and it's not coming from a place of empathy, from a grassroots level, it's coming from a far removed reality of you living in your Gladstone houses and me living in my mainland bushy area according to the way you're seeing me, I won't take it. I won't take it sitting down. I won't take it lying low. See, I wouldn't even budge if it is coming from four of you discussing this issue, like I said earlier on, because the way the First Lady, the manner in which she said it, you just throw words at people, and that is what I am actually frowning at this morning. In what ways have they caught the excesses of these touts masquerading themselves as Omonile? Look at what Nima just cited in K2 area. I have witnessed it. We bought goods from K2. That's in Takonde market. And as we were going, they were asking the goods that we put on our head. They're asking for money for that. And I'm saying, is that what Lagos has turned to? You'll be asking a lot of rubbish is this. Have they got those excesses? Different ticketing, akara seller or kulikuli seller. We collect tickets from like 6 people in a day. Who is coming or watching those excesses? In what ways have they as well, as so-called rulers, in what way have they caught their own expensive lifestyle habit? To tell me to, to keep excusing myself, to keep adjusting. But in what ways have this, your advice, also worked for you? And you have caught your own excessive lifestyle. Statistically in Nigeria is the only place, statistically the world over rather, Nigeria is the only place where you will start walking like an elephant and you'll be feeding like an ant, because it is the most difficult place where you can do business, micro or macro, whatever way you call it. You wake up early in the morning by 4 or 5, you come back very late at night by 10, and you ask yourself, what is the evidence I have to show for what I have done for the day? It's crazy, it's frustrating, it's depressing. And when you want to speak to me or give me an advice, give me from a place of sympathy, of empathy, and of an enabled environment. Good morning, ladies.
thank you so much, Mrs. Oboli. So, Ibn Abo, as we go, your final word, please.
Okay, thank you. I just want to tell everyone out there that we shouldn't be discouraged. We should understand that when it comes to politics that we play in Nigeria, most times when our elected officers are already occupying the high offices, they remain aloof. They don't understand again what is going on. So their opinion are molded for them. And the people who are giving them these updates to mold their opinions are very insensitive people. They are sycophants. So whatever it is, just let's keep pushing, let's keep surviving, let's keep doing what we know how to do best within the ambit of the law. And I want to plead with our leaders. It is not only when you want to come out to campaign for our votes, to lobby for our votes, that we will come close to the people. And also there was something that I'm going to pull out. You see, if you look at it, let's take Arepo for example. Arepo is a CDC. That is a community development. It's a CD. It falls under a ward. Arepo falls under a ward. And each ward is led by a councillor. And a ward is under a local government. So where is the councillor? What is the responsibility of the councillor to the people? Where are the chairmen? What are their responsibilities to the people? Where are the members of House of Assembly, both state and federal? The ones in Abuja, House of Reps, the Senate, the ones in the state assembly. Where are all these representatives? What are they doing? Why are they there? Are they there just to add to the numbers, or they are there to answer to the people? And then we are looking at the governors. So there are so many things. We have commissioners, we have everything. Nigeria is divided that it is beautiful. So thank you.
Thank you so much, ladies, for today's conversation. I mean, I really love the varied contributions that we made. And many thanks once again to Mrs. Oboli for sending the voice note. Truly appreciate you. Up next is Radio Doctor. Thank you, ladies. See you tomorrow at 9:05, another edition of HerLens. Up next.